Thank you so much for coming back yet in another video, and we are still looking at what we call visas. We are still looking at the topic of what we call visas, the new updates 2025 regarding to what we call work visas, regarding to what we call tourist visa. We look at multiple entry visas. What are the new updates that definitely you need to know? By the way, is it your first time to come across Mex? Don't hesitate giving me a subscribe button. Don't hesitate giving me a follow. Put a comment in the comment section. I'll always be very grateful to get back to you. We are looking at yet another question that is asked multiple times, that has been asked me multiple times regarding to what we call the new updates regarding to visas. Yes, how long does it take to process what we call the visas to Qatar in 2025? Yes, in this situation, I want to address you. In this situation, we are going to look at the different types of the visas. There is what we call the e-visa. There is what we call the visa on arrival. There is what we call the work visa. Then there is what we call permanent residence application, which you must have lived in the country for 10 years or even 20 years. Let us try to look at these common other visas that are applicable to all of us. To me, to even other people in other professions. Yes, let us try to look at e-visa. How long does it take to process what we call the e-visa? Once all documents are being submitted and are filled in, all collect information, filled in the system, all the fees are paid, it will take 2 to 3 business days to process that visa, and you'll have the visa if you are applying for what you call a e-visa. Then we look at what you call visa on arrival. Yes, for this, it will be processed on arrival at the point of what we call entry. Remember, there are some countries that are exempted. Some countries and some nationalities are exempted, so they can apply for that visa on arrival. Before you think of having a visa on arrival, first find out, does your nationality or does your country eligible, or is it eligible for the visa on arrival? Then probably you can proceed by your ticket, then come into the country. Then we have what we call the work visa. Most of you have been asking me about what we call the work visa for you. However, something that you need to understand, a work visa can take a few days or a few weeks, depending on what we call the employer submission of what we call the documents, the type of the visa, and how the documents or the information is filled. Most of you have been asking me, what is the process or what is the duration of the time that it takes to get what we call a work visa? Yes, it can take weeks, it can take more time, but it is going to depend on the person who is applying the visa for you. If the person filled everything rightly, filled in all the documentation, all that is required information, then the visa will be processed in time. It will not take a couple of times, and most of you have experienced this where your visas has been rejected or your visas have taken longer. Reason being that the information and what is required submitted documents may not be that is required by the concerned parties, or what we call the ministry. Then you'll find that your visa will take a little bit more longer. Then we look at what we call the permanent residence application. For those, that is normally for the business class, and for the other, the processing time for the permanent residence, if you want to have the permanent residence visa, then it will take what we call several months. Remember, for this kind also, we are looking at what kind of documents that are need to submitted, or which documents that are submitted to cover up that visa to make sure that it's processed for those. So for that visa, it takes a little bit more month, but mostly it is applicable to some particular groups of people, and hope you can also have the information for that. Yeah, thank you so much. Remember, it's always Mex trying to give you this very important updates and giving this very important information.